Celtic Library or what? Book walking, yeah. Let's go. You're the first people on this planet who've done this exercise. This is such a nice place to stop. My glass of wine is there. Okay. Have you seen all the books? Okay. Walk one more round. Mark the next picture. It's not a circle, it's the shape of an egg. It's an egg shape. By the way, just to throw in a factoid, why are all the films made in Hollywood and not in New York? Very simple, pragmatic reason why they chose California and not New York. There's more light there. Simply, that's the reason why all the films are made in Hollywood. Move along. But I think we'll carry on walking until Mark's got all the books. Must be a word. Recorded, videoed. I think we're nearly there. Okay, you've got 10 more seconds to keep walking. We're going to stop at some stage. Okay. Let's go and sit down and relax. Go back to your seats, please. So, the book, and I hope we don't start World War III when it says, I want that book. No, I saw it first. Okay, when you're ready, go back and relax. We don't have time to go through all the books and everybody, so I'm going to choose 3 people at random, so all avoid eye contact with me, because otherwise I might choose you. Who should I ask first? Which book did you bring?
I brought this one, What Was Lost by Catherine O'Flynn. This one.
Tell us why you brought it and why you want to get rid of it.
Because I really liked it and I wanted somebody else to read it. That was the reason.
Fair enough. Anybody want to ask her any questions? No? Who would like this book? Oh, tempt them.
Shall I read?
Yeah, read the blurb. Read the blurb.
I'll read the blurb, yeah.
Do you all know the word blurb?
Yes. A lost little girl with her notebook and toy monkey appears on CCTV screens of the Green Oaks shopping center, evoking memories of junior detective Kate Meany, missing for 20 years. Kurt, a security guard with a sleep disorder, and Lisa, a disenchanted deputy manager at Tio Music, follow her through the center endless corridors, welcomed really from the behavior of customers, colleagues, and the Green Oak mystery shopper. But this, after our friendship grows in intensity, it brings new loss and new longing to light. It's got mystery, it's very reflective, and gets personal in the end. It's a nice book.
Okay. Would you mind putting it on the floor and choosing somebody else to come and talk about their book? Who do you want to choose? Name.
Shall I go back?
Relax.
I wrote Soldalo and Herzog. This is the story of Moses Herzog, a great sufferer, joker, mariner and charmer. Also his lies steadily design greaties around him. He has failed as a writer and teacher, as a father, and has lost the affection of his wife through his best friend Herzog, sees himself as a survivor, both of his private disasters and those of the age. He writes and sends letters to friends and enemies, colleagues and famous people, revealing his dry perception of the world and the innermost secrets of his heart. It's a masterpiece, Herzog's voice, for all its wildness and strangeness and foolishness. In the voice of the civilization, our civilization, wrote the New York Times Book Review.
Linka, can I be sadistic and ask you to look at Mark without the book, without reading it, and tell us why you chose that book? Just look at Mark and...
It's a modern classic also. I think it should be interesting for some people to read about some problem, because also a lot of people is in the similar situation like him is.
Thank you. I'm going to break my rule, which is to be random, because I'm just curious. Who wrote The Little Prince? Would you like to look at Mark and tell him why?
I've chosen The Little Prince because I was in the bookshop and I randomly saw the novel. I read it in my mother tongue in Hungarian and I liked it. I read it some years ago. And I liked it in the English version. The cover is also very nice. And I think that it is very useful to read over and over, because every time when I read it, I can notice something new in it, and it always reminds me something important. So that's why.
Thank you. And I'm also curious about the person who wrote The Language of Love. Who's the guilty party?
Me.
Okay, pick it up and tell us why.
Well, I bought this book in a bookshop because it was colorful. And I think love is colorful as well. And my other subject is art. And this book is full of paintings and pictures about art from different cultures. And it shows maybe how different cultures look at the art, and maybe look at the art and love. And that's why I found it interesting, that you can find connections, but you can find a different point of view of this thing. And that's why it's interesting.
Thank you. And now I'm going to turn the table. Mark, would you mind handing your camera to Frank? And pick up your own book and tell us why you brought that particular book.
Right. This is the life and works of William Morris. Has anybody heard of William Morris?
Only the
Two bricks.
Julie, what do you know about William Morris?
Oh, he designed some wonderful patterns, beautiful colours. I don't know an awful lot, but I do know the patterns because you find them everywhere in England.
Yeah. He was one of the most influential designers in Britain, and really somebody who influenced the whole Art Nouveau movement. Beautiful pictures of leaves and flowers and pomegranates. And he also believed that you should never have anything in your house which wasn't beautiful as well. You know, there was a famous quote, yeah? And I just think he's some beautiful things, and I really wanted somebody in this room on this course to have this book, so to share William Morris with you all.
Thank you, Mark. Is there anybody else who would like to talk about their book and why they're giving it away? If not,
I'll talk about it.
Okay.
I've got the Paluzza Fiuca.
except I brought the English version, obviously, which is the Paul Street Boys. And I bought this because it's a nice story. It's about school children. It's about gangs. It's interesting, but it also means something to me because I've been in the school, which is the setting for this story. I've been to this place called the Grund, which is like a playground where a lot of this stuff happens, and I know the streets it's talking about. So this is one of those books that is about something happening, a good story in a place that I know intimately. And I think if you've been to Budapest, this might be interesting to you. If you haven't been to Budapest, you can read this, and then you can come and see the places, and you can find the school, and then it will mean more to you that way as well.
All right. You all brought interesting books. I brought a very interesting book. You can see what it is? Communication games for English language teachers. Now there's the story behind this is that one of my best friends who lives in Greece has been asking me for years, please find me a copy of this book. It's out of print. But I know, or at least I knew, that it was somewhere in my house, and I found it. My sister had it. She was about to throw it away into a rubbish tip. I rescued it at the last minute. And we checked it up on Google, Amazon. The first edition of this book is worth about 200 euros. This is not the first edition. I've still got that. But it nearly went to the rubbish tip. But it is one of the best books for language teaching games. So, although it's not in print, there are similar books you can buy. And some lucky person, one of you, can take this home because I'm happy to give it away.
And Jill Hadfield lives in Devon, and she wrote a book in 1992 about classroom dynamics, which was hugely influential in our profession. And more recently, she's been doing work with Dörnyai Zoltán. Has anybody heard of Dörnyai Zoltán?
Hungarian?
At all? No? Frank knows. Frank, tell them about Dörnyai Zoltán.
Well, when I first started working at Altair, at Florence University, and you were there as well, Dörnyai Zoltán was one of our colleagues, so he was teaching at Altair, but only for 1 year. And then he went to England, but he was already very well known for his work on motivation mostly, but he's also done stuff on group dynamics. And later on he became a member of the Scientific Academy in Hungary, which was a big occasion. It's a big thing to be a member of that. And now he's in Nottingham, still working, and still working on motivation and also group dynamics. And we were lucky enough to have him at our conference, at our IATEFL Hungary conference last year, to do a plenary, which was great. He talked about his latest ideas of motivation, but he was also very honest. He also talked about what it's like to be a researcher, and he revealed a little bit of the game that researchers play, which is interesting, for teachers to hear researchers being honest about not always fully believing what they're selling in their theories. So that was very interesting as well. And he's a really nice guy. He's an interesting guy. He's interesting in lots of other ways as well, but I won't say too much.
But in the ELT profession, he's actually world class in the field of motivation. Many people think he's the #1 authority on motivation. He has a website. Check it out. We've got our group created now, haven't we, Veronica? We've got the group created, yeah? So it's there ready, and we'll put some things up. But really recommend his work, and the latest work he's been doing is with Jill Hadfield, and I really recommend it.
No, thank you for that. Thank you, Mark, for recording it. can I, without starting World War III, ask you to go and choose the book that you... Now, is this dangerous?
Yes.
How, please help me, how do you exchange these books? Okay. Each one of you is willing to give your book away.
Put them on the chairs.
Who?
Play some music and stop it.
Musical chairs.
With a book on the chair. And use
Any other ideas? This is one idea from my esteemed English friend. Let's play musical chairs. Any other ideas how we can most equitably share?
Maybe close your eyes and just pick a book.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. That's very good. So pile them up and just kind of come and pick one at random. Any other ideas?
Or maybe put them into the
Upside.
bag, in a bag, and you just take one, pick one.
Okay, keep coming, come on.
Put names in a bag and...
So raffle?
Yeah, like a raffle.
Oh, that's interesting. So when person comes out first, then they pick whatever they want. That's quite nice.
What they like, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Cut those strings up into different lengths. Okay, any more ideas?
I like the mad dash.
The leader has spoken. Come on, think of some more crazy ideas.
Messy.
alphabetically.
Alphabetically. No, that's not fair. Okay.
Or maybe you can do it for us.
Okay, could all the people who brought a book to give away stand up, please? Could you go and stand near your book? I'm making this up as I go along. Could you? Okay, are you standing with your feet? Where's our yoga teacher? Are your feet touching the book?
Take a step to the left.
Right. Okay. Now we're going to do the okie-kokie. You take, how does it go?
Take a step to the left.
Take one step to the left. One step to the left. One step to the left. Okay, so you're not standing in front of your own book, but to the book next. Okay.
We're still standing in front of our book.
But you know where your book is. Okay. Now, how does the okie-kokie go, Mark?
You put your left leg in,
Come on, let's do it.
your left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. Do the
They must learn the okie-kokie. This is the okie-kokie. Come on, let's do it. You put, let's demonstrate. Yes. Okay, this is a bit of English culture for you. Okay, this is not, who knows okie-kokie?
People from Czech Republic, you know, also know this.
Okay, so we're going to do okie-kokie. Okay, let's go. Sing.
Okay, so you have to do, you put your left leg in, your left leg out, in, out, you shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey.
Demonstrate. We need a teacher.
It's like you can do like this or you can do like this. Okay, this is like this or like this for the hokey cokey. I don't know why, but it is.
Okay.
So you,
Let's
so put your left leg in, your left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Yay!
And you move one step further.
And then you put your step. Then you got to do the time warp, which is take a step to the left.
That's what I'm saying.
You take a step to the left. But normally you do a step to the right, but you're not going to do that again. So I would suggest.
And so on, etc. Time is running out.
Why don't you turn around?
I suggest you turn round.
Yeah.
Okay, turn round and start walking clockwise.
Until I say stop.
Until she says
and then there's the mad frenzy. Go on, let me do the mad frenzy. So in your position, so you go turn around and then keep moving to the left, right, to the right, to the right. And then when I say go, you've got to turn around and get your book. Okay, but be careful.
clockwise, move to the right.
Okay, move, keep moving. You're crazy people.
Well, the prisoner of heaven. Well, I've always wanted to be. Yay.